I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good...
Coach, they love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. They'll be led out by the final pick of the first round in 2018 out of Louisville. It's Lamar Jackson. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now it's Jackson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3-and-out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
On first down, Wilson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it. The offensive starters now for the Broncos.
So let's all work together on this one because it's natural to just watch the football. But I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the 2 guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start to make progress.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. And just a small, and the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, he completes this to Sutton. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking to go back to Sutton there, but it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. Wilson pushing, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
It's a short kick, taken at the 15. He had a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 50 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Brandon, you and I have called a lot of college football in our day, but on Sundays here in the NFL, doesn't it look a lot like what we used to see on Saturdays when we called those games?
Yeah, option plays just like we saw, and that was a long touchdown to the option. What you taught me, though, defensively, you get your eyes in the wrong place on a play like that, you're in trouble.
What's the term that's in vogue in the NFL? Eye violations. The offense wants you to put your eyes in the wrong spot so that they can appear in others.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Now Gordon on first down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, to throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson, but it's going to be 2nd down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Tim Patrick that time, but now it'll be 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A good pickup of 6 there on 1st down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson out to his left. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Precision, precision, precision. That's the definition of it right there. Great pass, great catch for the score.
Yeah, people talk about arm strength all the time. Well, if you're not precise and you're not accurate, the arm strength really doesn't matter. We saw a little bit of everything with that throw.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. Then he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with third and still 9 to go. On third down, Jackson on the move to his left. He may try and run for this. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan. From the 27, Jackson throwing right, and that's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 16. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now they try the right side here. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Taking it in from 14 yards out as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So let's glance at a player's spotlight now with Russell Wilson. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming. And taking those sacks, that's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 42 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he works free. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Tim Patrick, 33 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And now the rookie's free. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today is track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Throwing is Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Wilson finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
A good chunk on the ground on the keeper. 17 yards. First down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back and forth. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews there to make the grab as his guys have now moved out in front. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Wilson. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Here's Wilson to throw. Well, we haven't been... That's caught inside the 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. Here's Wilson. Noah Fant there to make the grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 71 yards as they have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Wilson escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this. It's caught at the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point from McManus is good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. But they are all even to this point. So to see if either side can pull away, let's get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the start of the second half.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They'll throw on first down with Wilson, eluding the pressure right. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. A huge play there for Denver, and even 60 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. They run it here with Gordon. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That's a good job there, creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed
weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A big play there. 70 yards. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see them, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Flushed, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there.
Switch. 19.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Flushed out right. And the pressure gets to him again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he's got his man on the out route. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one as a receiver is got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
He'll have a first down inside the 10. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 23-yard run as the Ravens push further out in front. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the 2nd time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback, the ability to run the ball fearlessly. And, in fact, many quarterbacks would tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. Really solid effort for him right now. Third quarter, already 4 touchdown passes. How many can he get here?
That remains to be seen, but I know one thing. You and I will be here to watch, and I'm not going anywhere. With what he's doing in this contest, I'm not missing a minute of it. This guy's been spectacular.
Yeah, I mean, it's a team game, but sometimes these individual performances are fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes they just kind of come to the front, despite the fact, as you said, we know it's...
It got his man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. Now it's Wilson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards. This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. An 18-yard touchdown grab, as his guys are back within a single score. Russell Wilson now will bring his guys up to go for 2. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Jackson now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 17-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. As the Ravens push further out in front.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going...
He's got a man, complete, 20, 10, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton, 73 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Got a man, it's Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. On 2nd down now, it's Edwards. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Throwing is Jackson. This is caught. Watkins. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Jackson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, the quick slant caught. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Jackson now escaping, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Punching it in from a yard away as the Ravens push further out in front. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Tim Patrick, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Well, there they went blitz defensively, Charles, and things were paid. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down at the other 46. To throw is Wilson. Hey, you're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake. That often means you can make a big play against them.
Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance that he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, Jackson. Going to throw right side here. Complete. Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 71 yards as the Ravens push further out in front.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now it's Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught at the 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Of course, remember, you need it. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Noah Fant 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are back within a single score. So now a big play here as the Broncos will line up to go for 2. They'll look to throw, and he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. So the deficit now 3 after the huge conversion, but they need to get the football back.
So this is where special teams really comes into play, because getting the ball back, it starts with this next kickoff. How do they get downfield? Either jar it loose or get the ball back themselves. That's going to be key for them. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
And they give this time to the tailback. A good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the 39-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now. They feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now Wilson, eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game.
And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused, because they still have some work to do.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. So Lamar Jackson in the offense. Down by 1. 45 seconds remaining. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
Come on. Man left, man left. Everyone go forward.
Throwing now is Jackson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And it's 2nd down. He's back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. The 20. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
How many people watching this one right here gave up? Because that score, They might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game deciding. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So the inability there to get the two-point conversion sort of leaves the door at least a little bit more ajar.
And puts the onus now on the kickoff team and the defense to make sure they don't give up a big play that puts them in position to lose.
Especially on this kickoff. Got to be careful. One last shot for Wilson. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.